This is Gaggle the Game Scat, and you're tuned in to Viewer Takeover. Woo!
This is PSVR Gamescast Live. We film live every Tuesday afternoon and bring it to YouTube live as PSVR Gamescast Live. But you know what? That was yesterday. Every Wednesday, today, we do this pre-recorded as Viewer Takeover. We let you, the loyal Game Cats, we let you take over the show. As always, my name is Brian Paul, and to my right, your middle, is something very strange. This way it comes.
Commander Desra.
Oh, you got it right.
Yeah.
Commander Desra.
3 pips.
And to my far right, your left, the king of all VR kings, the Sofa King himself, completed part 1 of a 1,000-part series, Resident Evil 7. It's the Sofa King, Jeremy King.
Yeah. Yet less minutes to my life every time I stream.
Yeah.
Like smoking cigarettes. Was it 7 minutes? Is that still an
7
equation?
minutes, yeah. But as Dennis Leary said, they're the 7 worst minutes.
Nah, it's true.
So
And that's how you know how old we are.
That's when Dennis Leary was still cool.
Yeah.
Listen, we want to give a huge shout out to Gaggle, the Game Scat, for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I laugh every time I see it. It's my favorite introduction. We want to thank you so much for your Viewer Takeover introduction. If you want to introduce next week's show, send your short, sweet, seductive, somewhat sexy, mostly clothed, yeah, right, all these S's, to withoutparole@gmail.com.
Next week, I should wear my safety yellow hoodie. I have exactly that thing.
Gaggle had more clothes on than I think anybody that's ever
This is true.
introduced our show before.
Probably true. And,
Yeah.
and thankfully for the most part.
Some Carhartt, I'm sure,
Yeah.
clothing.
But Gaggle obviously isn't the only person we want to thank.
No.
We want to thank these people. These people down here. These are our loyal Patreon supporters. They are the ones who went to patreon.com/withoutparole.
Games.
And they are giving us $1 or more every single month. For the $1 they get, they should be getting MP3s, but I'm really, really behind, like months behind. So I don't know if I just have to cancel that entirely or finally get my act together.
Yeah.
But they're also getting an episode of The Litter Box almost every week, where usually 2 of us sit around and we talk about something gaming adjacent, gaming related, but not quite VR related usually.
Yeah.
So
We get to spread our wings a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
exactly, we have to stretch our legs,
Yes.
spread our wings,
Yeah.
arch our backs.
Arch it. Yeah, I haven't done that in a while.
You haven't done that.
Crack it. Yeah, arch it to crack it, not to like.
Jeremy's dead.
Matt's going crazy right now.
Not the images that flooded his
I
mind.
do want everyone to know, of course, as it says down here at the bottom of the screen, that this list only gets updated on the 1st of every month. It is a huge task to make sure that new people are in and old people are out. So I can only do it the 1st of every month. If you are a new Patreon supporter, sorry your name is not here, but we do thank you for your patronage. But there are even more people we want to thank.
Yes.
Yeah.
The fluffiest of the fluffy, as Jeremy says.
Yes.
Yeah, these are some special people who have actually changed their name on YouTube to GameCat. So they're
Cats, as you know, are the loyal following of Without Parole.
yes,
The
so
most loyal.
they're not just fans of the show. They're not just friends of the show. They're broadcasting their love throughout all of Google. So this week we'd like to thank JRB, Gamer Black Cat,
Bing.
Nice. Bing.
Felix the Game Cat.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't there Felix? Is that cartoon
Yeah,
cat?
Felix Cat. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I used to have one of those clocks.
Cool.
And Fritz the
Oh,
cat.
right.
Trippy
Yeah, on
movies.
everybody's kitchen wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then a
Hey.
long time no hear from, but welcome back to Known Sagacious, the Game Cat.
Yeah.
Which is almost his name. Known Sagacious is actually his name.
Which I got to show this right now.
Yeah.
This is from Notes himself.
Oh.
Hey guys, Non-Sagacious here. I know we haven't really met yet, but you better bet the best heads in the headsets are Game Cats. Never get aggressive when I say that. I lay tracks obsessively, the recipe for straight facts. So take that back to the bank that I rolled. I stake my claims, then Game Without Parole won't take no fake shit from the same trolls that hate on PlayStation because it's something they don't own. Talking about VR shit, you know who we are. Doesn't seem smart to try to dim the light at 3 stars. As a matter of fact, that would be dark. You know what it is, man. It's midnight. I ain't sober, but the wait's over, and I just wanted to welcome y'all to Viewer Takeover.
My favorite intro.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Wasn't that great? I love that.
Yeah.
It's like one of my favorite Viewer Takeovers of
Yeah.
all time. And then finally, of course,
Yes, Hotcakes, the hashtag GameCat, Eximius.
Wow.
hotcakes.
You know, you think
Every
he could
week.
run out of names, but How could you?
I don't
There's
understand that.
This week and every week.
limitless
Pockets.
amount.
Okay.
All right,
do
but
anything.
what we really do here on Viewer Takeover isn't thank thousands of people. Well, actually, it is.
It a little bit.
But
yeah.
what we do is we scour
Dozens.
the comments for the hashtag Viewer Takeover. That's what you have to add to your comment if you want us to find it when we search for Viewer Takeover and look for questions to put on Viewer Takeover. So starting off this week. This is from Dylan Gladstone on last week's Viewer Takeover. He writes hashtag Viewer Takeover. This guy knows how to do stuff. He goes, how do you feel about VR modes in flat games? I really want to play, I've almost said Assassin's Creed 7.
Yeah.
Ace Combat 7, but $60 for
Breaking news from Without Parole Games.
what is rumored to be a 3-hour VR mode is a tough sell. I wish they'd release VR modes separately at a lower price. Thoughts and or comments, gentlemen?
Yeah, I think it's kind of they're throwing a bone to us, but I don't like it. If it's a game you're going to buy anyways, it's a nice add-on.
Yeah.
But if you're like, me, I'm like 99.9% VR gaming now, so I'm not going to buy a game and drop the $60
60
for
beans.
just a little portion of the game. Yeah. Thanks, but no thanks.
I got mixed feelings. I get why they're doing it. I think they're releasing a game, but they're throwing a little bit of temptation for people who don't have VR, maybe to fucking check it out and see it, and vice versa. People that have the headset want to buy Ace Combat for that little 3-hour thing and spend $60. But it would be nice if they had the game with the little, VR mode in it. But if they could sell it separately for people who already have it. I mean, that's a wish list.
Do we know for sure this is a chapter you can play without VR? Or is it only like you play the game and then, if you have VR, you can also play this? Or is it something that you can just do the same thing flat or
Exclusive
VR?
missions.
It's exclusive for VR.
Yeah.
Yeah. For $60?
So
It should be separate.
Here's how we have to look at it, because Namco as a business so far has not really taken the VR plunge.
Yeah.
They have given us VR modes here and there. Like the Tekken 7 one was almost an embarrassment. It was like, here's all the characters that we rendered in VR for you with this boring ass background, and it's only a practice mode. We wouldn't even put health bars in. So that was like kind of an embarrassment. But they were like, here's us dipping our toes into VR. And so if you're gonna buy Tekken 7 anyway, here's a bonus for you.
Yeah.
Right.
But and so that's how you have to look at it. Don't forget that Ace Combat 7 isn't just coming to PlayStation 4. It's also coming, I'm sure, to PC eventually, or maybe on day one. I haven't checked into that. But it's also coming to Xbox One. So it's like so to give us like a whole Capcom Resident Evil 7 entire game in VR.
Yeah.
It's like maybe wasn't in their best interest. But so we're getting this as a bonus. If you buy the PlayStation 4 version, you're getting a big chunk of VR stuff as a bonus. That's how they're looking at it.
Yeah.
Yes, I totally agree with you. As PlayStation VR exclusive gamers, like it sucks that we have to shell out $60 to play what might be one of the coolest 3 hours in VR.
Right.
We'll never know.
Well, not
Unless
only
we
that, for this
spend
game,
the money.
Maybe you'll never know.
for this game specifically.
I've already ponied up to $60.
Yeah.
I will be doing that at the absolute first minute possible and streaming for you guys, of course.
Yeah.
I guess this is the price we pay for being an early adopter. We're getting these snippets that these other companies are just putting in extras, to sample. But it's pricey.
Yeah, this is something that's never really been done before. It's like VR as an extra thing has never been done before. Like this were on a new front of gaming, and I want to tell people to be patient. But I feel bad for everyone who, for the last year has been going, I can't wait for Ace Combat 7, and then never watched our channel or anyone else's channel and found out that the game they're waiting most for is only 3 hours long.
Yeah.
Right? So I feel bad for those people, but
It's worth the price of admission, though. It's
watch
like,
the channel.
how much have you spent at Disney World? You know what I mean? You spend a lot of money there, and then you think, wow, that was fucking great. This 3 hours might be so goddamn intense. I've paid $60 for a console game in the past that was garbage, that was short-lived, that wasn't worth the $60. Look at Crackdown 2.
I mean, you
took
can
like 2 or 3 hours to complete, and you were done. $60.
Sure.
So hey,
I mean, there's a lot of parallels you can draw.
Yeah.
But when it comes to games in general, at this point, if we're spending $60 on a VR game, we definitely expect it to be longer than 3 hours.
at this, yeah.
But here's the good part. when you spend $60 on the VR version, you're getting the full game as well. And actually, if you pre-order, you get what was it? Ace Combat 5, like one of the older ones. You get like this whole bonus game. So if you're pre-ordering it, you actually get like 2 full games and the VR thing. And so it's a pretty good deal if you're going to play the non-VR part.
Yeah.
I can't imagine after playing Resident Evil 2 remake that I'm going to be playing the non-VR part.
Yeah, especially a flight simulator flat after you've done it in VR. Yeah. I don't know if I could ever do it again.
Absolutely. All right, moving on. You're up, Asia.
All right, we have Thomas Chikouris from Gamescast Live.
Hello.
I think the 3D rudder might work for a guy like me. I've had major knee injury in the past. My feet work, but I can't stand while I play. I'm skeptical, which is why I'm tempering my expectations. #viewer takeover. Talk amongst yourselves.
I can't stand while you play either.
No, I mean, I think we kind of touched on it a couple times. We've talked about. Yeah,
but thanks anyway.
I enjoyed it. That's a good way.
We derailed the conversation.
No, you're talking amongst yourselves. He very clearly said, "Talk amongst yourselves."
Oh, we did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like coffee talk.
We just didn't include you.
Mike Myers.
Exactly. I guess we're done then.
All right.
No, but I think we did touch on that a little bit.
Lady.
You know, this is maybe not for everyone, but
save it for the Gamescast.
But as an accessibility tool, I think it's great. I mean, that's one place where Xbox is kicking PlayStation's ass, is that whole accessibility controller. If you haven't looked into that thing is freaking amazing. Even as much as like the design of how you open the box is to be like totally accessible to everyone. So yeah, I mean, to folks like you, even I've noticed like standing during gameplay for a long time, it's just standing still and not doing anything for a while, it gets kind of tiring.
I mean, after talking to Paulo Gaida on the interview, developer behind the Wizards, he sort of sold me on the 3D rudder, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like he was saying, first of all, it's easy to implement.
Yeah.
And so and it adds analog control where the Move controllers have none.
Yeah.
You get so used to the Move controllers where you push the turn right button and you go turn right like very quickly, not click turning, but like depending on what your speed is, and so you end up tapping it quite a bit, and then even when you're walking with the Move button, you're walking at a certain speed, and then sometimes you double click, and then suddenly you're running, But with this thing, I think it's a lot more fluid. You're only pushing forward as much as you want to push forward. I want to move faster and push forward further, and to be able to dual wield spells and be able to use both controllers. And be running around the environment at the same time. Yeah. Like strafing and attacking and doing whatever it is. Like, there's just no logical way to do that well with the current Move controllers. So this thing, like, I was sort of down on it for a while.
Yeah.
But I'm very quickly coming around.
Yeah. Well, we'll see, right?
Yeah, let's see.
Well, I still say I have a small living room, and if I have one more thing that's going to take up space, it better be worth it.
I don't know how tall it is,
right?
And I don't know how much space I have under my couch. It would be awesome if they were the same height and I could just slide it right under my couch when I'm done.
I'm not worried about like how big it is when I'm playing it. It's what do I do with it when I'm done?
Yeah.
Like I've got that Wii.
Oh my God, the balance board.
Yeah, that is just like okay. I have one game. I'd play it with once, and then
I know where you can file that balance board.
Where's that?
The trash.
What, are you still playing this game?
No.
Get the fuck rid of it.
Right. Yeah.
It's time to clean house.
Says
the guy who
that was it. We Fit, right? And We Fit Plus.
We Fit. Yeah. There are actually a bunch of games that support it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So either get rid of it or buy some more Wii Fit
games. Yes.
All right, you're up, Asia.
Haplo 784 from 18 Floors Review Discussion.
Hey, Haplo.
#viewer takeover. There are streaming services for PC games where you can play modern games on your underpowered PC because you are just streaming the video off an offsite high-powered PC. Do you think something like this could work for PSVR?
I mean, short answer, no.
No. Because the real kind of cojones of the processing in this is generating the images for your eyes and then responding to as your head moves, re-rendering the scene, almost instantaneously. Which you really, I mean, once you add the latency of going from your device over the net to that and all the way back, your frame rate drops precipitously, and it's not going to work.
I guess the closest analog is PlayStation Now, where they already offer this service like for older games. and I haven't tried it recently, but I did try it,
Yeah.
and I wasn't happy with it.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Because there was a definite lag. There was definite delay between me turning the camera and the camera actually turning.
Yeah.
Even if it's a second, you're like, oh, I don't like the feel of this. It feels icky.
Yeah.
Right? And it wasn't even a game where it wasn't like a Call of Duty game or something where you needed to be like fast action response.
Yeah.
It was like, remember Papa EO? It was like this
name I do.
Spanish adventure game. It was cool.
Yeah.
This is the only time I'd ever played it, but man, it kind of ruined the experience for me.
Yeah.
I was just running around and like nothing was responding quite accurately. And so I'm like thinking in VR, if I turn my head and there's a slight delay between the time the screen moves, nope, I'm out.
Ugh,
I'm
yeah.
out.
Well, none of that. Like, I don't care how like iron stomach you have, and I don't get motion sickness or anything. If you introduce even a quarter-second lag,
Yeah.
I guarantee you're going to be reaching for a bucket.
It's going to screw you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no?
Yeah.
Well, look at the Steam box. I bought that when it came out, and it was right from my rig to my screen in the next room. And while it was still pretty quick, there definitely could tell was some lag issues, slight. So I mean, yeah,
we're not there yet. Is the
I think
issue.
America's not there yet. It's
Yeah.
the problem
That's
because
true too.
you do something. You go to Japan, and they have like ridiculously high internet speeds. Here in America, like as an industrialized country,
Well, it is a
we have one of the
company.
slowest internet speeds in the world.
Yeah.
So like we really need to. I think when fiber optic cables, is that what the next thing is?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think when those are installed in like hopefully a few years, next 5-10 years, like across the country.
Don't hold your breath.
I trust me. I've read about it. It doesn't look good.
No.
Damn you cable companies. Damn you net neutrality. We have so many issues to discuss. But no, it's not looking good. But we have a long way to catch up to get to even current internet speeds in other countries. Forget about what's really necessary for like super solid streaming. Right. So, but I'm looking forward to that day. Like,
Yeah.
I can't wait until like I obviously used to collect video games like incessantly.
A little bit.
And now I'm so happy that I don't have to collect Blu-rays or DVDs anymore.
Yeah.
I just go on Netflix or Amazon or Hulu, and everything I want is there for the most part. And or even if it's not, I just go and put the PlayStation Store and buy it probably for a few bucks.
Yeah.
And it's just so nice to not have the clutter. I can't wait for the day where we actually go physical, where we go digital only. And that wasn't me like even 6 months ago.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
so ready for that time.
Yeah.
I think your shelves are too.
Well, my shelves
Yeah.
are, you can see like they're even bowing. Like they're too, there's too much stuff on each one.
Yeah.
And the bookshelves are like, we can't do it anymore, Brian. Just retire us.
You, for just the weight of how the structure, the floor you could have like 42 cats if you got rid of these shelves and games.
I only want one. And,
Just
I haven't managed that yet.
That's
All right,
true.
I'm up. Let's move along. We got PSVR Underground, a.k.a. God Cannon.
Hey.
From the 18 Floors Review Discussion, he writes, #viewer takeover. I
thing.
recently recorded PSVR game footage on my PS4, and it glitched, causing it to record with dual fisheye lenses and can be watched using Google Cardboard or any mobile device. Since it's so hard to translate what we see in VR to flat screen, do you think this should be a real option, giving us the ability to create additional content where users can get a closer look at what we see? Meow.
Meow.
Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow.
I like the theory.
Yeah.
Because that's one thing I say is like you can watch all the trailers, all the commercials you want. You're not going to get the feeling for being in VR until you are.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, if you've watched like 360 video or 3D videos on a Google Cardboard taken by someone else, you do get some kind of real disconnect and kind of motion sickness issues because they're turning around and all like this, and your eyes are stuck there. But I like the idea, and even giving us the option to render. Oh, do we want to, record in actual VR, or do we want to record stereoscopic? I think that's being a great option for content creators.
Yeah.
Would that, though, cause the same issue we were discussing earlier about what the fuck are we talking? Streaming games to the VR headset, where if you're stationary watching somebody else moving around,
That's kind of what Des is saying.
it's a similar disconnect.
Yeah, and you'll like. It's funny that Mrs. Des is now actually back on board with VR because her first experience was watching ride videos and people walking through Disney World with a 360 camera.
Yep.
And that was exactly that problem.
Yeah.
You could kind of look around, but because that person who's recording it, their point of view is shaking.
That might not translate well.
Yeah,
But
this is something that people ask for all the time.
Yeah.
Like, we wish that you could have this, and I was like, but do you?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
once you experience it, I'm like, do you really want that?
Yeah.
I think the difference is, when you're recording game footage, let's say you're in, Rec Room, where you're like, you've got you and your friends, like you're acting out a skit or something like that, where you have camera control.
Yeah.
I think there's some real opportunities there.
like if you're a spectator if you were somehow able to record and somebody could pre-watch it, but as a spectator, I don't know how they would pull that off, where you could control the movements around.
Yeah, it would be so great if you had, like you're saying, camera control, and like you could actually, like zoom in and like do all these cool pans and everything that they would do on a normal TV show or movie.
Yeah.
And you be the director and allow that person to be the camera. I think that would be fantastic, but this is not at all what God can say.
No.
Unfortunately. So maybe one day we'll have a lot more options, but again, this is as the early adopters, this is the PS1 of VR, and man, there weren't a whole lot of options back in the PlayStation 1 era.
No.
So finally, we got Europe.
The Roni Game Cat.
Right, so Roni, the San Francisco treat.
Or Maca.
The 18 Floors review discussion. #viewer takeover. Since you're doing dev interviews, who is your dream interview?
Ooh, Brian.
And I like that you guys looked at me for this.
Is it Johnny Depp?
Because as of this filming, we've only done one interview, but we've got a lot more on the way. Some people have asked for Des to do interviews and wondering if Jeremy's ever going to do them. And I said, Jeremy's not allowed to do anything on this channel except for sit there and tell jokes. But Des, however, Des very well might do an interview in the future. We have no idea how our schedules will line up. Okay. But I am curious to hear answers from you guys as well. Like, do you have dream interviews that you'd like to conduct, or see even me conduct or Des conduct from developers? My answer is yes.
Yes,
I have lots.
Okay.
Yes,
but you're not gonna spill it.
I mean, but I want to go outside the box. Like I don't know if Bryce here is talking about PSVR developers exclusively, because my dream interviews would be like with Tim Schafer and Ron Gilbert.
That's
from
mine.
Yeah. And so I mean, Tim Schafer obviously did have some experience with PlayStation VR with the Rhombus of Ruin, but I want to talk about. Fuck the Rhombus of Ruin. Yeah. I want to talk about like OG Psychonauts, and I want to talk about Maniac Mansion and Zach McCracken. I want to talk about early days of LucasArts adventure games. I'd love to interview Roberta Williams for the exact same reason from Sierra. So, but that's just me showing my age and like where I came from as a gamer. I'd love to talk to. I'd love to talk to all of my favorite developers. I think Shinji Mikami, who basically the father of Resident Evil, would be my dream interview.
Yeah. Hideo, would you speak to him?
I see Hideo Kojima. It seems like an awesome dude, and he's made a lot of awesome games.
Unbelievable.
But Metal Gear games have never been like my jam. I've loved the ones I've played. But like not in the same way that I like embrace and like want to live inside those Resident Evil worlds. Yeah. So Hideo's awesome, but he's not your
dream one.
Yeah.
I think I'd go for him just because I think just the way he's such complex.
Just for the views we would get.
yeah.
Okay. Suddenly Jeremy's conducting an interview. I don't know how this is going to go.
Oh my God, Jeremy and Hideo Kojima.
Oh my God,
we're in the same room.
Hideo Kojima would have his own translator.
It might end up being the
and then it'd have to be
friendship.
A translator for Jeremy too, just because no one understands what the fuck he's saying.
The only one I would throw in there, my out of the box, and Elijah Wood.
Hey,
because here's the thing: like you get these, actors and all that, and they get barraged by all sorts of questions about, their work, their celebrity stuff. But
tell me about Wilford.
Well, I would say, hey, you were obviously like a gamer and someone who's passionate about this. Can we talk about
movies?
That?
Oh, he's like,
right. And so you could actually get to talk to this celebrity person, and hopefully, because you're talking about something he actually cares about, really get more of a But yeah.
All right, that pretty much does it for Viewer Takeover. We got just a few minutes here before we have to start up our yesterday's live stream.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know how this works, then just don't. It's like entering the Matrix. It gets real confusing real fast.
DeLoreans and there's a bunch of shit.
Yeah. Ooh, I like that. So
we referenced the ones. We didn't reference the one sci-fi thing that actually I'm wearing. Did Doctor Who? Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to throw a Star Trek reference out there just for good measure?
No, I hate that show.
It's going to be a Q. It better be a Q reference.
Q.
He just does the hand, right?
Thank you guys so much for tuning into Viewer Takeover. Again, just so everybody remembers, what to do here. If you change your name to GameCat, put hashtag GameCat in the comments.
Yes.
If you want to ask a viewer takeover question, put hashtag viewer takeover in your comment. If you want to support us, because this is 100% run on Patreon at this point now. Jesus, I can't. I have to start selling off my collection to make this channel run. Patreon.com/withoutparolegames. I promise you that for your $1 or more every month, it'll be worth it, and I will love you forever. And then finally, if you want to introduce next week's viewer takeover, make sure you send your short, sweet, sexy, if it doesn't fit in our inbox, consider yourself lucky, video to withoutparole@gmail.com.
Yep.
As always, I'm Brian, that's Des, and that's Jeremy, and we'll see you next week.
Ciao, ciao.
Left hand or right hand?